In the grand theater of human existence, we are taught to believe that our lives are a series of random events, a mixture of good luck and bad breaks. We are conditioned to see our struggles as personal failures and our triumphs as mere chance. Yet, beneath the surface of this perceived chaos, there is an elegant, perfect order. There are 11 ancient laws that govern the very fabric of our reality. They are often misunderstood and feared, reduced to a simplistic idea of cosmic punishment, a vengeful system that ensures you get what's coming to you. But this is not the truth. Karma is not a punishment. It is a cosmic truth, a set of divine principles guiding how energy flows through our lives. These laws are universal and unbreakable. They are woven into the very fabric of creation, a guiding force designed not to control you, but to empower you. They reveal how your thoughts, words, and deeds are not isolated events, but are powerful creative forces that are shaping your reality every second. By understanding and living in harmony with them, you can cease being a passive participant and become a conscious co-creator of your destiny. 1. The Great Law, the law of cause and effect. The first, and most foundational, is the Great Law: what you give returns. This is the core principle of karma, often simplified as you reap what you sow. Every thought, word, and deed is a seed you are planting in the garden of your life. If you plant seeds of kindness, you will harvest a reality filled with compassion. If you sow seeds of judgment, you will experience a world that reflects that very energy back to you. The universe is a perfect mirror, and it always reflects back the energy you broadcast. This is not about a divine judge keeping score, it's a fundamental law of physics. Energy must return to its source. It is the simple, elegant truth that the vibration you put out into the world will inevitably come back to you. 2. The law of creation, the power of intentionally. Life doesn't just happen to you, you co-create it with every intention. This is the law of creation. We are often taught to believe that our lives are a product of luck or circumstance, but this law reminds us that we are active participants in the unfolding of our reality. Our intentions, whether conscious or unconscious, are the blueprints for our lives. Every thought, every belief, every deeply held feeling is a command we are giving to the universe. To live by this law is to move from a state of passive reaction to a state of active creation. It is the realization that your inner world of thoughts and beliefs is constantly creating your outer world of circumstances and experiences. 3. The law of growth, the inside job. The law of growth is perhaps the most difficult for the human ego to accept. It states that the outer world shifts when you transform within. Our first instinct when faced with a problem is to try and change the external situation. We try to change our partner, our boss, our friends, or our circumstances. But this law reveals that true and lasting change always begins from the inside. The outer world is simply a reflection of your inner state. When you change your patterns of thinking, your emotional reactions, and your core beliefs, your external reality is compelled to transform in correspondence. The universe is not here to change for you, it is here to change with you. 4. The law of responsibility, ownership of your energy. The law of responsibility teaches that harmony begins when we take ownership of our vibration. This is not about blaming yourself for every misfortune. It is about understanding that you are the sole creator of your energy field. The way you react, the thoughts you choose to entertain, the emotions you allow to define your day, all of it is your responsibility. True spiritual liberation begins the moment we stop pointing the finger at external events and take full ownership of our inner state. When you understand that you are not a victim of your life, but the master of your energy, you reclaim your power to create a reality of peace and harmony. 5. The law of connection, the cosmic web. The law of connection reveals the profound truth that every action touches the web of existence. No thought, no word, no action, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is isolated. Everything is a ripple in the cosmic pond. A small act of kindness towards a stranger can have a ripple effect that touches countless lives. A moment of anger in your car can spread to others in ways you can't imagine. This law reminds us that we are not separate entities floating in a void, but interconnected threads in the grand tapestry of life. Our awareness of this connection inspires us to act with greater compassion and care, knowing that our every move has an impact on the whole. 6. The law of focus, the power of your attention. The law of focus is a powerful directive for conscious living. Where attention goes, energy flows. This law teaches us that our mind is our most powerful tool for creation. What you choose to focus on expands. If you constantly focus on lack, scarcity, and what's wrong with the world, you are directing your creative energy to manifest more of that reality. If you choose to focus on gratitude, abundance, and the good in your life, you are directing your energy to manifest more of that. This law is about the conscious redirection of your attention. It is a spiritual practice of training the mind to be a magnet for what you want, not what you fear. 7. The law of giving and hospitality, the embodiment of truth. The law of giving and hospitality is a call to radical authenticity. It states, live your truth and practice what you preach. True spiritual alignment is not just about what you believe, it's about what you do. This law teaches that we must embody the values we hold dear. If you believe in compassion, you must be compassionate. If you believe in integrity, you must act with integrity. Giving your truth to the world by living it is the highest form of service. This law is also about hospitality, which is the practice of creating a welcoming space for others and for the truths they carry. When you live your truth, you become a beacon, inviting others to do the same. 8. The law of the here and now, the gift of the present. The law of the here and now is a simple, profound truth. The past is gone, the future is unborn. The gift is always now. We spend so much of our energy reliving past regrets, past traumas, or past glories. Or we spend our time in the future, worrying about what might happen or anxiously anticipating a desired outcome. But all of our power, all of our creative energy, exists only in the present moment. The past is a memory, and the future is a potentiality. The only point of power is the now. This law is a spiritual practice of mindfulness and presence, a reminder to live fully in the one moment that truly exists. 9. The law of change, the evolving spiral. The law of change is a universal signpost. Life repeats its lessons until we evolve. Have you ever noticed that you keep finding yourself in the same type of relationship, the same type of job, or the same emotional pattern? This is not a punishment. This is the universe lovingly, patiently presenting you with the same challenge over and over again until you learn the lesson you came here to master. This law teaches us that we cannot escape our karma, we can only transcend it by changing the internal pattern that is creating it. When you finally shift your perspective and evolve, the cycle is broken, and a new, more harmonious path unfolds before you. 10. The law of patience and reward, the harvest of devotion. The law of patience and reward teaches that lasting rewards are born from steady devotion. We live in a world of instant gratification, but the deepest and most profound changes take time. Just as a farmer plants a seed and patiently waits for the harvest, so too must we be patient with our spiritual journey. This law reminds us that what is truly meaningful is built over time with consistent, deliberate action. It is the practice of trusting the process, of showing up every day with devotion. Knowing that your efforts are creating a ripple effect that will one day blossom into a magnificent reward. 11. The law of significance and inspiration, the ripple of your light. The final law is perhaps the most empowering of all. The law of significance and inspiration states that every act of love, every choice of light, inspires eternity. We often feel insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but this law reveals that your light, your conscious choices, and your acts of love matter more than you can imagine. Your very existence is an inspiration. The smallest act of kindness you do has the power to inspire someone else to do the same. This law reminds us that we are not separate drops but a vital part of the web of infinity, and our unique light sends ripples of inspiration throughout all of creation, for all time. You are not separate. You are a creator in the web of infinity. Live with intention, and you will awaken the powerful karmic flow, transforming your life from a series of random events into a masterpiece of conscious creation.